Red pill disclaimer. Welcome to Gawdzell's channel. By watching this video, you are choosing to take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All opinions expressed are Gawdzell's alone, and any copyrighted content belongs to its respective owners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you see it now? Can you see the Matrix for what it truly is?
Oh, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another one. You already know we like to get into on this channel, so buckle up, let's get right into it.
These are 3 books that every evil genius in the world has already read. Want to become an evil genius? Read these 3 books. First up, we've got Propaganda by Edward Bernays. This book is basically the Bible for every ad agency out there. All about how to inspire the masses to adopt your ideas. Now, Edward Bernays is the ad executive behind the campaigns targeted to women to get them to start smoking. Before Edward Bernays, only men smoked. But because he designed a campaign that linked it to dating and losing weight, women were influenced to start smoking. This is a staple in the evil genius playbook. Number 2, we've got The Prince by Machiavelli. Machiavelli is actually known as the father of political science. You've probably already heard one of the most famous quotes from the book. Quote, "It's better to be feared than loved," comes from The Prince. He believed that politics always involved deception, treachery, and crime. And then he wrote a book to teach politicians everywhere how to play the political game like a pro. And number 3, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Now, to be fair, this book does say that the greatest victory is the one that requires no battle. And that's exactly what every evil genius needs to understand. Your true genius will come from your ability to fight with your mind. And better yet, how to make as little enemies as possible to avoid having to be evil at all. Out of these 3 books, which one do you think you're going to check out? And if there's an evil genius book that you think I left out, get in the comments and let me know what it is.
I don't know, because I don't be reading. How many of y'all be reading? I mean, reading is good. So definitely doing something for your brain. So definitely probably should start reading more. But I think experience in life is like, that's your greatest teacher. For real. Life itself will teach you a lot. For real.
All the way over here. You can hear those smacks all the way over there on my couch.
Chrysla Holmes was appalled to open up her phone at work Monday to find this going on inside her Newburgh home. That's her babysitter, Chantal Mason, on the couch covering her 2-year-old son with a blanket before repeatedly slapping him on the back.
You see her foot laid on his head, on his butt, while she's just lounging on my couch.
Holmes said Mason was a longtime family friend who has watched over her kids before. She never suspected any abuse until her Ring camera kept pinging Monday afternoon, detecting motion from the living room.
She just told me he just woke up. She fed him. He's laying on the couch watching TV. So when I checked the camera, that's not what he was doing. He was hysterically crying.
Holmes rushed back and called police, who arrested and charged Mason with endangering the welfare of a child.
Hi, is this Miss Mason?
We tried calling her for comment, but the woman who answered claimed we had the wrong number.
She deserves to be in jail. I want her in jail.
Holmes said her son suffered minor bruising and fears for what could have happened had she not had cameras.
You can't trust nobody. You can't trust your kids' godparents. You can't trust a long friend. You can't trust nobody. Watch your own kids. Protect your all the way over here. You can hear those.
Is that a burning TV though? I'm sorry, I just caught that though. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I be thinking like stuff like this be fake, but it's probably real. You can't fake that. But dang, why was she doing that? Like, she probably was like irritated or something. I don't know. It's crazy. You still shouldn't be doing that at all.
Hey, shout out Huncho 3 times.
Extraordinary.
See this?
And I'm very thankful for our president.
And this is why she keeps saying she's not black. It's actually because she's not human. She's reptilian.
And what he has done over his entire career, but in particular as it relates to these families and these individuals. This is just extraordinary. A president who understands the power of diplomacy. and understands the strength.
That's what I be saying. Like people be in the comments, they be saying some weird stuff. Like they saying, why is the quality so bad? We're in 2024. Yeah, I've never understood that. How is the quality that bad? For real.
That rests in understanding the significance of diplomacy, strengthening alliances.
Most of these politicians and entertainers aren't human, okay? I keep telling y'all soon it will be a great unveiling, all right? A lot of these politicians, as well as entertainers, a lot of them aren't even human in nature. A lot of these beings are shapeshifters that utilize adrenochrome to hold their humanoid form. A lot of these beings actually reside in cities underneath us. The Hopis actually refer to them as distinct people. These are actual beings that walk amongst us. And some would actually argue that these beings been here just as long as us on the planet. This is the type of things that the solar flares are going to be revealing, all right? Because we only typically have access to 1% of the light photon spectrum. But with these ionizing particles coming in, it's actually giving us a bit more access, which means that we're going to see a lot more things in front of us. And this is why the Pope came out with a disclaimer talking about demons or aliens and what to do to protect yourself from them. And they were actually making mentions of demon face syndrome. They were made aware that we are actually going to be privy to these things. We're going to be seeing these things now. See, most people would call you crazy if you told them that our government was being ran by extraterrestrial biological entities, all right? They took the image of humans that actually weren't human in nature at all, and actually had completely different ideologies in its entirety, all right? And a lot of individuals will consider you a conspiracy theorist or crazy, but soon the whistle will be blown and everything will be exposed. You're going to realize that everything in regards to racism, prejudice, in regards to you looking at someone as an opposition was all an illusion, all right, to keep us fighting each other while they usurp this planet of its minerals and resources. This is why your primary focal point should be elevation, all right, elevation of consciousness as well as ascension. Just like there's nefarious beings that actually been subjugating this realm, there's also benevolent beings that actually wish for elevation of this realm, all right? And we are actually seeds, children of a lot of these ancient star celestial beings, okay? So it's a situation where we're going to realize a lot that's going on the planet. Your primary focal point should be ensuring that you're cleansing yourself, removing yourself of all parasitic organisms, staying hydrated, ensuring that you're basically in homeostasis, all right? Because there are going to be a lot of nefarious foods that's pumped out, a lot of nefarious frequencies, and their objective primarily is to keep you in the lowest frequency possible. I keep saying everyone should be detoxifying themselves and utilizing things like chlorophyll to ensure they're alkaline. I keep telling you to utilize things like chlorophyll for detoxification and removal of harmful metals such as lead, cadmium, and mercury. Just like 2 days ago, we received 4 X-class solar flares back to back, okay? It's a situation where the atmospheric condition of the planet is substantially heating up. So you want to make sure that you have any toxic metals completely removed and purged out of your system. And elixirs like Ormus is essential for decalcification and activation of the pineal gland. This is going to actually help you to lucid dream as well as astral project and give you more access to the Akashic records. Herbs like Hirataki are also essential for decalcification and activation of the pineal gland, but it also fights bad microbiome in the gut, which eradicates viruses. These are the steps we have to take while on a path to ascension, as well as cosmic light code integration. Personally, with everything going on the planet, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't an elections at all. I'm going to be 100% honest. Most of these things is just basically deceptive machinations to alter our attention. As far as the P. Diddy stuff, the shooting stuff that transpired with Trump. Everything we seeing right now has been to snug at our attention, all right? Which means basically that something huge is coming. For all high quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my...
Can't y'all realize though, like this been like the craziest time for Trump too. Like 2 assassination attempts, like this is definitely something. This is, man, something big is definitely coming for sure. So much going on right now too. right, let's see.
Welcome to Plant-Based Basics, the series where I show you the simplest cooking techniques, tips, and tricks that will make your life so much easier. And as you might have guessed, we're going over mushrooms today. And first up is lion's mane. And this one is special because it can mimic almost any animal meat you can think of. It can be pressed down and prepared as a steak, chicken cutlet, and it's really good for brain health, so you get a lot of good health benefits too. The humble button mushroom. While they don't necessarily take on as many forms as some of these other mushrooms, these are a foundational element for building flavor. So I like to think of these as just an aromatic with a bit more texture. Next is the portobello mushroom. I like to think of these as a bigger version of the button mushroom because they have a really rich umami flavor. They can be sliced, seasoned, and cooked on their own. These hold up great with frying as well. King oyster mushroom. I think the biggest strength these have is their fibrous stem. I've seen them used a lot for mock seafood. My favorite use of these though would be shredding the stems and using them as a mock shredded meat, whether that's chicken or pulled pork, and it absorbs so much flavor. The notorious oyster mushroom. These are great because of how they're layered in their clusters. My favorite use of these would be frying for sure. Their texture is perfect to withstand the heat, but also not be too tough or fall apart in the process. So there is your mini mushroom masterclass. Mushrooms have so much to offer and there's so many ways to cook them. So go find your favorite out of the bunch and try for yourself. Welcome to
bottle, like a root beer bottle or a beer bottle. Clean the paper off. Some root beer bottles, they don't even have no writing on them. And you take the brown bottle, you put the liquid. For some reason, I don't know why black people call me up. Oh, you want me to put some crystal coffee? No, liquid coffee, no decaf. Go to Starbucks, some strong shit. Liquid coffee in the bottle. And in this case, you could take a brown piece of paper bag and write that person's name that's fucking with you on the brown piece of paper bag. You put cease and desist. And you can and you're supposed to take the bottle and set it on top of the brown piece of paper. But I hear it works equally if you put it in the bottle. Did you put the cap on yours? Okay, in that case, I guess you seal it on in there. So put their name on a brown piece of paper bag and put it in the bottle. And that still works more and more for the people that need stuff, especially you on the job. Because you might be all good natured and all kind and loving and all this good Christian or whatever you think you are. But those people on that job don't give a shit. Because you are in a jungle out here. Now this is good for people in the neighborhood messing with you. My mama be putting a bottle on every damn body. She had a whole closet filled up. Because she...
Just to hear you yell, say, oh, I'm cooking this fish in the backyard with Drake, son. I want y'all to say, oh, we cooking a fish, yeah, we cooking this fish, yeah, with Drake, son. Oh, oh, we cooking fish up, we cooking fish right. Oh, 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 yes, that is Drake, son. I swear that is Drake, son. Oh,
Drake, son.
Just to hear you yell, say, oh.
There have been a lot of studies on chili peppers. The latest one came out of China. What makes it significant is it was on 500,000 people. And they found that the people who ate the most chili peppers had the lower risk of death. If you ate chili peppers 1 to 2 times a week, reduce your risk 10% compared to people who didn't eat it at all. 3 to 7 times, a 14% reduction. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but in the scheme of things, any little bit probably is going to help.
Okay,
but we
so
also
we're
have
showing pictures
seen,
of...
Right, and we've also seen that chili peppers, they have been implicated in reducing certain cancers because they may help to reduce or kill the tumor cells, reduce LDL cholesterol, triglyceride levels, stickiness in the blood, might help reduce migraines, arthritis. So there have been a lot of health benefits associated with it.
These are the...
There have been a lot of...
800 588 2300 Empire Today, bitch. 800 588 2300.
People who can't communicate think every disagreement is an argument. You think every disagreement is a personal attack. And instead of listening, you start defending. You fight to be right instead of trying to understand. You think communication is about winning, but real communication isn't a competition. Every time you turn a disagreement into a battle, you lose more than you win. You're not building connections, you're burning them. You're not always right. Stop turning conversations into conflicts. Stop fighting battles that don't need to be fought. Learn to listen, not just defend, or you'll keep losing people one argument at a time.
There's nothing about these massive hurricanes that are naturally occurring. Let's look at this flight path right here, cloud seeding. Then you see patent 8262314, method for decreasing the intensity and frequency of tropical storms or hurricanes or technically increasing. Now, as all this was going on, the storm was only a Category 1, and within 12 hours it became a Category 5. You can also look all these patterns up yourself. These deal with influencing, control, formation, and also directing. This is no longer any sort of conspiracy, guys. You need to have your head in the absolute sand in order to not see what's going on. Like, what kind of flight path do you think this is? Obviously, they're cloud seeding. They've been using cloud seeding along with Project HARP, which stands for High Active Auroral Research Program. It's in Alaska. It beams ELF waves in the ionosphere, heats up our atmosphere, and essentially can create whatever they want. Do you think that it's just a coincidence that in 2020 they came out with a simulation, Project Phoenix, that was meant to prepare Tampa for a devastating Category 5 hurricane? And it turned out to be eerily similar to the path Milton is taking. This is not a coincidence. This is predictive programming. This is them putting it in your face before it happens, like they always do. Now, there is no light without the dark, and I wanted to make this video specifically because I know that collectively, if we all come together and visualize and manifest this, hurricane steering out of the direction of Florida, it will happen. If you see this video, just sit in silence and visualize this hurricane missing Florida and feel the feelings of God sending us this miracle. We are very powerful together, and collectively we can change the course of this hurricane. Please share this video, engage with it. The more people that see it, the better. Peace and love, everyone. There is nothing about these massive hurricanes that are...
I get your name and badge number?
Ken Josie, 13735.
Good boy.
Wow.
I get your name and badge number?
Oh my goodness. I ain't gonna lie, being a cop in this short, that's that gotta be tough, right? You just gonna look like, dang, he called him good boy. That was crazy.
Today we had a spelling bee, and it took me out the second round because I didn't know how to spell juice. Like, bitch, I'm 6 years old. Does it look like I know how to spell juice?
The matrix is falling all around us, and we need to pay attention because there's much more going on than this Hurricane Milton that's supposed to reach a Cat 6 and 220 mile per hour winds. And if they're really messing with this weather like people are saying they are, you got to ask yourself why people are seeing the Aurora Borealis all over the place. I'm not going to mention certain entities that are supposedly able to control and manipulate our weather because enough of you guys know who these entities are. And apparently there's hundreds of earthquakes going off all over the world. Forgive the globe, but just pay attention to where they're showing that these earthquakes are happening.
Something's going down right now with the earthquakes. Hold on. 3-point for Chicago. Multiple 3-pointers, Oklahoma. Hold on to your asses.
And this is all beside the fact of the weird stuff that the you-know-who keep doing to all the people while they're trying to rescue people. They're trying to start up their cars. They're not starting up. And apparently they're wrapping up the gas pumps, telling people that there's no more gas, but people are still pumping gas out of these things. In this video, this guy explains how the hurricane is actually going to shoot up north and do all kinds of crazier stuff. So buckle up tight, guys. Inform the people. People need to get out of the entire area around that hurricane and really need to get the word out.
Because like that hurricane wasn't even that bad. People were saying, well, people from Florida, because they experience a lot of stuff. So I think they know about the hurricanes more than us.
Out what's going on all fronts right now, guys. When we're talking about the things under the lines that we
are actually moving into what is called the 1,000 years of peace in the Bible. The whole earth is going to be totally different.
Yeah.
And there's going to be many left behind. Rapid. Just like the Bible says, many are left behind. Because they can't change their frequency and vibration quick enough to move with it. They have to be working on it now, or you're not going to move. You'll be stuck with the old earth. The ones that are deep into the negativity, They said they will be allowed to live out their lives on the old earth. But when they die, they will not come back to the new earth because the new earth will have no negativity. They will be sent to another planet that is still experiencing negativity so they can work it out. Some of them, there's just no hope for them because it's gone too far. They're too loaded down, steeped with all of these karma from past lives, and they can't get out of it. But those of you who have an idea what's happening are already making the first step to move into the new earth. Because they've said, you really don't want to be here when the worst happens. They said, if you think Katrina was bad, imagine that happening all over the world in cities everywhere. We are actually moving into what is called the 1,000 years of peace in the Bible. The whole earth is going to...
I got a point.
¿Tú estás descalza?
No. Chancletas.
Lisa! Lisa, let's find out what synthetic outside mean.
¿Tú estás descalza?
No.
Guy 5 was a Five Guys burger, one meat. If you don't tell them one meat, they gonna give you a double. Add bacon, heavy mayo, heavy mustard, heavy ketchup. Also add pickles and lettuce. You got that.
I got it. You want me to go to burger?
Also want a Coke. Just listen. I also want a Coke. And extra season on the fries. So when they lay the fries out, say, can you put more season on that because they will short you on the season. Thank you.
Oh my God. It's about just listen. And when they lay the fries out, make sure they put extra season. You tell them please put extra season. Because they will short you on the season. Because they will short you on the season. Yo, Boosie is a funny dude, man. Nah.
Wow. So, which ice cream should I get? This is your, ooh, this right here is what I want.
And then more over here.
I'm going Oreo cookies.
Look.
Ooh, this is the one I want, look.
She needed. So.
If you pour grease down your sink, it can mix with other waste materials like wet wipes and diapers, creating a blockage. As the mass grows, it clings to the sewer walls, forming a hard rock-like substance. Over time, these fatbergs can become enormous, blocking pipes and causing sewage to back up. And they can grow so large that workers have to manually break off pieces with shovels until it's able to be removed. If you pour grease down your sink, it can mix with other waste materials like wet wipes and diapers, creating a blockage. As the mass grows,
you never really know what you're really doing to the inside of things because you don't see what's going on. You know, dang, it's crazy.
The problem with us, most of us, we're wearing rubber soles on our shoes. And so that disconnects us from the earth because it's an insulator and we're electrical beings. So you end up with all this negative discharge that's sitting in you, waiting to ground yourself. So when you're putting your hands into the ground, it discharges and revitalizes you. So I started doing that just to find my peace, just to stay grounded, just to get reconnected to the source of where we come from. And remember that the dirt, the gravel, all of these things came from the Creator.
Right.
So they, the same way we did, so they are the Creator. They are as sacred as we are. So I'm really spending the day with the Creator. And then when the plants, it's hot here, and they don't get the sun, they don't get the rain that they need. So I know they're praying to the Creator in hopes that they get rain. So when I go out there and I'm watering, and I take my children out there and they're watering, I'm like, you are now the hand of God. You just answered the prayers of all of these plants. And my hope is that if me or my children are in a place where they need help, some greater being will come and do that. So
I love that.
The problem with
Have you heard the latest about Eva Mendes and what she posted on Instagram? Now, she's married to Ryan Gosling, and you'd think, being a Hollywood celebrity, she wouldn't be posting this sort of thing. But wait till you hear this. A few days ago, she posted this seemingly innocuous image of just her face, but the caption, "I grew up on cereal, I still love it, but I won't eat Kellogg's anymore after I found out that so many of the ingredients they use here in the US are banned in other countries." Wow, a celebrity actually posting something meaningful, impactful, intellectual, and smart. Then, if you swipe right, it's the comparison between the US and the Canadian version of Fruit Loops. Now, both are unfavorable, but you'll notice there are food dyes in the US version that are quite strange, and they're banned in other countries around the world and in Europe. Now, the food dyes are bad enough, but we're talking several different genetically modified stuff. We've got seed oils from GMO corn oil and soybean, and these things permeate our food supply today. If you're not actively detoxing, unfortunately, you are accumulating. Now, if you look up how to detox microplastics, heavy metals, and different contaminants like free radicals, minerals, it will tell you all about prioritizing minerals. We're actually giving away minerals for free today. If you comment minerals below, I'll send you a DM on how to get them. These are cold water extracted. They replace heavy metals. They boost your DNA. They support healthy detoxification. Combine that with the ancient ashwagandha wildcrafted, which lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases melatonin, giving you deeply rejuvenative and restorative sleeps. Make sure to check your message requests quick because we're running low on the minerals. Have you heard the latest about Eva Mendes?
Broadcasting. They're casting spells to a wide audience, north, east, west, and south. Red for fear, blue for trust. Every word you listen to is molding your mind in some form or way. Your reality is your mind pushed outwardly. Every thought you thought in the past has led you to this very point right now watching this video. Your life is a result of your mind. You need to protect your mind at all cost. They don't govern your body, they govern your ment, which is your mind. It's mind control, because your reality is a result of your mind. Everything you see around you began as a thought in the mind. This pen was a thought before it is a physical thing. Everything begins in the mind before it manifests physically. The world you see around you was manifested from the mind of God. You are a thought in the mind of God. Here we are, people. Manifestation mastery. If you don't know how your consciousness creates your own reality, this is what you need. This teaches you everything you need to know on how to weave your own path, how your
Hours before Hurricane Milton makes landfall, sandhill cranes gather around, emitting sharp, urgent calls as if they're signaling the need to flee. Hours before Hurricane Milton makes landfall, sandhill cranes gather.
I want to show you all this one video of this new Elon Musk robot. Let's check it out.
See that? Yes. You want to get a photo? Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Little video. Hey. Sweet. Thanks, man. Bro. Appreciate it. Of course, anytime. All right. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Tremendous. Doing good. Peace, everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Nice. I love the change.
He said, I love the change.
How's everybody doing? Doing good. All right. Then step right up. Can I have a watermelon fogarita? A watermelon? Yeah. Of course you can. Hey, what's up? Cheers, man.
This is just the beginning, y'all. This is just the beginning.
How am I doing so far?
Killing it.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
Here you go.
Thanks, Optimus. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
He's saying, how am I doing so far? Like he's aware that he's a robot. Yo, that is creepy. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's nothing to be panicking about though. Like this is the new reality, man. Like things change, you know. But will this conquer human? No, it's not gonna happen. Would it? It's impossible, man. I know man, if a robot tried to kill, man, get out of here, dude. I'm ripping all your parts apart, your hands, your head, all that. He was a robot. I mean, if you got a gun, dude, that's different. Shoot.
Modern medicine is best used for life-saving emergency medicine or catastrophic situations. So that means if you did have a heart attack, then it probably would be good to go into the hospital because now they can use the defibrillator paddles. Now they can use things to quickly get your blood pressure back up if it's dropped down low. So modern medicine is really good for life-saving medicine. Let's say somebody get hit by a car in a car accident. Modern medicine is great for that. So again, I'm trying to be as non-biased as possible. Modern medicine does have a place, and that is the place that is very well suited, catastrophic or life-saving emergency medicine. And I'll tell you, like, if I step off the curb, get hit by a bus, do not take me to the herbalist. Take me to the hospital. Take me to the emergency room. All right. Modern medicine is best used for life.
Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. It's all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. They got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. Right. They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow. Race is...
Now, this is such a good interview. I'm not gonna lie, man. This wasn't a year, though, man. We got 2 more months of this year. This year was crazy, for real. A lot of stuff got exposed this year. And it's just gonna keep happening, man. The matrix is crumbling. Like, right in front of our eyes, man. Well, we just need to prepare. That's it. Progress and prepare for whatever is to come. You know.
What does that look like? Well, let's show you. Imagine this.
If you touch an Australian stinging tree, the leaves are actually covered in tiny needle-like hairs that inject venom into your skin. This venom causes intense pain that can last for a long time. And if you try to remove them with your hands, you might break the hairs, causing more pain. So instead, you should apply sticky tape and peel it off slowly. This will pull out the hairs intact, reducing the pain and irritation. If you touch an Australian stinging tree, the leaves...
Alright, it done got a little colder outside. Shut the fuck up. It's Black Air Force One season. Crack them on out the box. Let me show you something though. Grab the acetone. Did you hear me? And get some of this midnight ass paint. You gonna mix them up together and then spray the acetone on the paint. Let's bubble it up real quick. There you go. All right, spray that motherfucker on there and make the Black Air Force Ones blacker. Yeah. Good. Yeah, with these on. Ma'am, let me get that car up out you. Excuse me, sir, let me get your jewelry. I got Black Air Force Ones on. You already know what the fuck I came out to do. Yeah. These right here are untraceable. You couldn't even fucking imagine seeing me, nigga. I'm the robber. All right. It done got a little colder outside.
Me and my son, like, we Future fanatics, man, and we sit and we listen to it, and I said, man, Future makes the most negative, inspirational music ever. The shit he talking about could kill a man, like, in a week. But at the same time, if you saying, I'm flying first-class flights on these pussy niggas, it's like, That's a celebration. Me and my son, like we future fanatics, man, and we sit and we listen.
Yo, nah, that is true though. Dang, that was good.
Appetizing. A common additive used in their food is calcium silicate, which is a white powder primarily used to prevent cement and roof tiles from caking. And what about the chicken nuggets? Less than half of a chicken nugget was actually chicken, and the rest was a combination of preservatives like TBHQ. TBHQ has been proven to be unsafe for consumption, with side effects like loss of vision and liver failure. So try not to eat too many of them. With the use of many chemicals, your meal is likely to look the same for years to come. Mold cannot grow. So when the chicken nuggets, burgers, or fries are left out, they completely dry out. But it's been a mystery as to why the buns do not get moldy. This is a little bit concerning when we think about putting this food in our body. Loves a side order of chemicals.
This is crazy. Koshinak got his own burger. And guess how many people have to start? A lot of people are going to start getting that chicken Big Mac. Like, come on, man. He knows exactly. He's a sellout. I ain't gonna lie. Koshinak he's a funny dude, but he is a sellout. Like, he didn't have to do all that. Like, when is enough? Like, when is enough is enough, you know? How much money you want to make? That's crazy.
If it's 300 million people in America, $300 million would mean each person get $1. 600 million would mean each person get $2. 900 million would mean each person in America get $3. So 1.3 billion would mean everybody get $4.25. If it's 300 million people in America, $300 million would mean each person get $1. 600 million would mean each person get.
Believe in yourself and don't let nobody stop you from doing what you gotta do. You gotta have faith. If you can't find faith in the world, find faith in God, find faith in yourself, but you gotta have faith. Believe in yourself and
temperament.
Peace, y'all. First things first.
Dang. It's just like his people. They all look alike. Dang.
So one thing I love about making sorbets is that there's so many possibilities that you can throw together with different fruits. And today, I'm combining blackberry and raspberry to make this delicious, creamy, smooth sorbet. And I'm gonna top it with some sliced dragon fruit. Simple, easy, and delicious. So break out your juicer and make your own. So one thing I love about making...
Can't have none of mine.
The only difference between working for a wage and being a slave is that working for a wage is supposedly temporary.
Being a wage slave is the absolute worst thing that you can possibly do with your life.
It's just a fair, you know, it's a steady paycheck.
Or just take a damn job for a paycheck. Once you get into this shit, it just fucking latches onto you and you just can't get out.
You are selling your time for money.
This isn't what I was meant to do.
Well, you're free to leave at any time.
Yes, you're free to starve. That's exactly right.
When I started this job, I wanted to plan my escape.
But the plantation was more than an economic organization.
I mean doing meaningless work just to pay the bills.
A new report shows about 4 million Americans quit their jobs in April of this year.
I want to be doing what I want to do. Yes. I just want to build my own thing.
Time is the thing that is most valuable in your life. Because once I've spent time, it's gone. Forever.
The only difference between
Tom, even though Tom is not real, bro, your Tom, like being on this planet, bro, that's a very valuable man. If you here to learn, you here to experience, you know, for part of the next life, you never know, you know. So this is very important. And they strip it right from us, like we're not even enjoying. You gotta enjoy life, you know, for real. You can't get caught up in like this system. It's the Matrix is not even like real unless you believe it. You know, you believe it, then hey, you're gonna be stuck in it forever.
Having said that, trap full close space. Where was 22? Got my first brick. Rap boogie with the cartel. Well, was 22, got my first brick. Haven't said that.
This says when everyone is tired of grandpa but you. He over there dancing his butt off, man. Oh man, he over there just killing the moves, just hitting all type of moves. Oh snap! Feels good. Damn.
3. Выдох. Еще. Работай. Ушел тебя!
The first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial.
How long will it be that countries keep experiencing these climate impacts before someone gets desperate and says, hey, we need to cool the planet with solar geoengineering?
It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere. It would create a thin chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface. It would mimic a giant volcanic eruption, which we know cools the Earth. The first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution.
People wish to use cash. And I tell you why it is so important that people use cash. For example, I have in front of me, you're absolutely right, a good old £50 note. I owe you £50.
Yeah.
I pay you. You go to the hairdresser. You pay your £50. The hairdresser goes to the cafe, pays the coffee shop owner £50. The cafe owner goes to the restaurant, £50. The restaurant pays for the linen cleaning, £50. The value of the £50 remains £50. If, however, I pay you with a credit card straight away, I'm devaluing that £50 because I am paying 3% on average interest to a bank or a society that's given me that card, which is the equivalent of £1.50. You then follow that through, and everywhere you go, the hairdresser, the coffee shop, the restaurant, if you're paying with a card, you're losing 1.5% or £1.50 every time. So after 30 transactions with cash, you've still got £50 in value. If you've used your credit card, the value is now £5 because you've paid the bank £45 in fees. And that's why the banks want to encourage you to go cashless. Don't allow it to happen. People wish to use cash.
You know, if you give a woman too much of one side of you too much, she feel like she know you. Right? So if you always cracking jokes, the bitch ain't gonna take you serious. If you always serious, she ain't never gonna be like, oh, you funny. Like, we can share a moment. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it gotta be balance in between them. Then sometimes if you always too motherfucking funny, too cracking too many jokes, when you try to get on some leadership shit, she don't want to listen. She don't respect. So you gotta know when to turn each side on. Like, bitch, I'm not playing like that right now. And then you still got to know how to get back to, man, you know, I just want to make you smile. I'm smooth. I'm cool. You got to know when to turn this shit on. Gotta know how that, yep. You know.
Good afternoon, fuck niggas. I'm here giving y'all the breaking news, man. You already know, man, about Hurricane Milton. Man, nigga named Milton never scared me and shit, man. You all know what time it is, man. We outside with it, man. We outside, not in, man. All y'all talking about evacuate? That's only for Tampa, man. You know Tampa ain't been hot ever since Brady left, man. We outside, man. You all know what time it is, man. All traps open, man. We got perk.
This is McDonald's French fries. In the US, there's 11 ingredients. In the UK, there's 3, and salt is optional. An ingredient called dimethylpolysiloxane is an ingredient preserved with formaldehyde, a neurotoxin.
It's just crazy how, like, America is really, like, this place stay, bro. There's no way like how we can. We don't even got nothing up. Nothing. And then you go to another version of like another state, another country. They got like how? They not just trying to kill us at this point. That's just what it is. They've been trying to kill us. That's it. That's all it been.
He was always right, dog. You know what I'm saying? We was on the road to destruction from the beginning. Wasn't trying to head though, you know? What happened to fuck followers and no...
The creek right next to my house floods sometimes, and my house is definitely on the lowest point possible. I'm in Appalachia with a roof that our Secret Service can climb on, and I'm really just praying for not a lot of snow. I only have jeans, and winter's coming, but the pants I've been designing for the last 2 years should be ready in the next few months. My living space is 6 feet off the ground on stilts that are cemented in the ground, but if it floods, my kitchen's definitely gone. I'm gonna add more rafters and insulate the roof, which should give it more strength, and if there's ever snow sitting up there, I could probably just push it off with a broom. I'm gonna make this thing so sweet, guys. Just wait, bro. I'm about to invent a folding mattress, probably made out of memory foam. Follow to see if I become a pimp or go limp. Energy ball in my hand, wha-bam, all over your face. Take that good energy.
And it's really incredible that every thought that you think in your skull, it leaves your skull as a form of a light wave. Every time you think, and we know this because we could put a cap on your head and a laboratory, put a little electrodes on it, sensors, and tell you to think about something, and it's going to show up on the computer screen because the computer's reading the light waves coming out of your skull. We can't see those waves because we can only see 1% of the light spectrum as human beings. We're limited. We don't see gamma rays. We don't see ultraviolet. And it's really incredible that every thought that you think in your skull, it leaves your skull as a form of a light wave. Every time you think.
How much did you pay for your first?
Human mind can have a direct impact on physical reality. We've all had experiences of telepathy, and it isn't absurd to suggest that that ability could be magnified with training and with focus upon it. But it's difficult for it to be magnified in a society that despises such ideas, which is our society today. Western culture is profoundly materialistic, and it utterly rejects any idea of reincarnation because that implies that there's some non-material aspect of consciousness which can survive death and can be reborn body, and that just flies completely in the face of the whole materialistic bias of Western culture. And as a result, children brought up in Western culture are subjected to this ideology of materialism from a very early age. Many children in many different cultures have memories of past lives. But in Western culture, those memories are discouraged by their parents and by their education system. We're just beginning to scratch the surface. Consciousness is such a huge mystery of science. The human mind can have a direct impact on physical reality. We've all had experiences of telepathy, and it isn't absurd to suggest that that ability could be magnified with training and with focus upon it. But it's difficult for it to be magnified in a society that despises such ideas, which is our society today. Western culture is profoundly materialistic, and it utterly rejects any idea.
Look at my baby.
Let's keep it a...
Nah, this was fun. Baby. If you play GTA, you know.
What's up, baby girl?
Why are you flicking your lights at me?
I'm gonna do that like $50. That 50.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that 50.
50? What is 50?
Man, just hop in, girl. Come on. I'm gonna do that 50. Come on.
50 what?
Just get in the car.
Listening to 50 Cent? Wait, what are you talking about right now?
Alright. I got a spot for us, okay?
A spot?
Yeah, just stay still.
Why are you driving so fast in a parking lot?
Just chill out, man. Chill out. So, hey, can you got like discounts or anything like that?
Discounts?
Because, like, I know you do like 25, 50, and like 100, right? I know 100's like the big baller, but like I ain't got it like that right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like the 50, but like if you could throw like a 10% discount up in there, and we good.
What the fuck
just
are you talking
man.
about?
Hold up.
Where are we going?
Shh. You always tell me you want a low-key spot. Shh, just chill out. All right. Don't nobody be back here, all right? I'm finna pull it right here.
Fuck are you talking about?
What?
I do not do this.
All right, man, get out then. Get out. She don't know about this part. Come here. baby.
He's like, she don't know about this part. Oh my god. That's how it be though. Like, you gotta get your money back from that, you know, that GTA play online. Oh my god. How many of y'all played GTA and did that? Like, that is so crazy, man. Bro, how did he get up here?
Tell me what you want, sugar.
I ain't really in the mood right now.
Don't waste my time, asshole.
Boy.
Keep it a bean, y'all. This is a troll giant sitting on the chair, bro. Petrified. And look right there, you can see my man hands, yo. I'm telling you. There's so many unexplained petrified sculptures out there, bro. It makes no sense, y'all. Look at this eagle. You can tell that this joint is like a bear or something, yo. Like real shit. A lot of these things literally be in front of our face, and we just like to deny that shit, you feel me? Now remember when we was talking about the megalithic trees and all that, right? Pete, look at that. They won't just say, oh, it was just a cliff or weird formation. Like, look at this cave. Yo, tell me that's not some crazy joint right there, yo. You feel me? We know that that's something. And this is a real place. Look it up. The Dragon Head Mountain. You feel me? The world really is a mythical place, bro. We're going to figure this joint out. You feel me? Oh my God!
The mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. And while the greats mastered the body, the greatest mastered the mind. The mind is like a muscle. The more you...
While the greats mastered the body, the greatest mastered the mind. That's real. Lil Durk will be extending his support to those impacted by the hurricane.
Right here, man. Justin Bieber in the hood, cuz. White boy. Sing that shit.
Making it hard on me. Visualize a monster. Cause you're too bad for me. Shot that it
Okay, Justin Bieber. All right.
Oh, you gonna be that
right here.
No, that's tough.
For years, Starbucks didn't publish their ingredients for their coffee drinks. It was a mystery until I convinced a barista to show me the ingredients on the back of the bottles they were using to make menu items like their famous pumpkin spice lattes. I found out here in the United States, Starbucks was coloring their PSLs with caramel coloring level 4, an ingredient made from ammonia and linked to cancer, but using beta-carotene from carrots to color their drinks in the UK. After publishing an investigation and widespread media attention.
So according to this mainstream news article from Tribune, it says concerns and conspiracies spread amid the limited media coverage of the Wyoming elk fire. Now it goes on to say that some social media users have speculated on a conspiracy suggesting that there is a connection between the wildfire and the state's rare earth mineral deposits, particularly lithium. Then it goes on to say that where the most lithium was found is actually in Natrona County, which is very far from where the elk fire is right now. So the connection between them is unlikely. But here's Natrona. Below it, in this corner, is somewhere is Wheatland, where they found more lithium. Now, here's Natrona County, and, there's fires around it. Now, it is true that a massive amount of rare earth minerals were just discovered recently in Wyoming. And it is also true that there's a lot of fires happening in Wyoming right now. But correlation does not mean causation. So according to this mainstream news article from...
This is what people view look like right now in Washington, D.C., yo. Now, hold on real quick. The Northern Lights forecast, Aurora Borealis may be visible in D.C., Maryland, Virginia after major solar flare. How come we did not hear about that, John, bro? TikTok, look what everybody been seeing, yo. First of all, the Northern Lights in DC, and y'all telling me that everything is just regular? Bro, that's like some type of sci-fi movie joint. And y'all remember that everybody was getting their powers from this shit. All different type of movies, like especially y'all remember in the Fantastic Four when the cuz got hit by some shit like that, or even in the show Raising Dion and all that, yo, I'm trying to tell y'all, even in X-Men, the Dark Phoenix got her powers from that. Now let's be honest, y'all, we have not ever experienced this type of shit ever until these type of years. Is something changing? There's something going on right in front of our eyes. Read that. Everybody read that real quick. Pause it if you need to, you feel me? We really gotta keep our eyes open. Oh my God!
The claims are getting even more bizarre. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, a congresswoman of Georgia, is now saying the federal government is literally controlling the weather. We're controlling the weather. It's beyond ridiculous. It's gotta stop. Moments like this, there are no red or blue states. There's one United States of America, where neighbors are helping neighbors. Volunteers and first responders are risking everything, including their own lives, to help their fellow Americans. State, local, and federal officials are standing side by side. Let me repeat, no one should make the American people question whether their governments will make sure that this is active when it strikes. They'll be there.
Now I know y'all just heard that shit. And then we see shit like this, right? We already seen what they said in Dubai and all that. Peep this, y'all. This shit getting real crazy, right, y'all? I'm telling you, man. Y'all. Come on now, y'all. It's time. It's time. You feel me?
Bro, just for like Joe Biden can stand that, it just goes to show that, bro, they know we on to them. Like, people is waking up. You can't keep playing the same lie forever, you know? Like, how you gonna keep up a lie that long? Like, dude, the truth will prevail all the time. Like, the truth is just, you know, that's what it is, man. When things is what it is, it's just what it is, you know? So, y'all can't keep up this lie for too much longer.
Look at that shit. When have y'all ever seen a tornado over top of a mountain peak, yo? That's literally like some 2012 shit, bro. Literally some day after tomorrow shit. Y'all remember this shit?
This one storm is going to change the face of our planet. Here's a projection for 24 hours.
Hurricane Milton, the most dangerous hurricane of the current.
Probably we can
Lock.
on 3.
Oh my God.
Researchers.
Let's go back to the cleaning of our car, bought by a garage from a mountain man. The man who had it must have done a lot with it. I'd be curious to know what he worked in or the activity he did with it. We're going to remove the seats and the plastic in the middle, so we'll be able to see a bit better. Wow, this is a lot of work. Let's not waste any time. The vacuum cleaner will come in handy today. A little more here and there. It's everywhere, but we like it. With my super efficient cleaner, there shouldn't be a trace left. Impressive all the dirt. I think this car is Sal from a Hunter.
When the insulin takes the glucose to the muscle, you're gonna have a much easier time to get the sugar from the blood into the cell of the muscle. Because one of the issues you have when you're creating the resistance is that there's so much fat in the muscle that when the insulin brings it there, it's like putting gum inside of a lock and you're trying to put the key inside of the lock and turn it, but there's gum inside of there. You start to burn this fat, intramyocellular fat, more and more and more. Now you're getting the fat out there. Now the key just goes right in, turns, bam, you're done. You got the sugar inside of the muscle. And now that you got the sugar inside of the muscle, it's out of the blood. And now that it's out of the blood is thinner, better for your heart, better for your blood pressure. When the insulin takes the glucose to the muscle, you're gonna
Bend the paperclip into a straight line, then create a small hook at one end. Carefully insert the hooked end into the keyhole of the handcuffs. Feel around inside for the locking mechanism. It's a small bar that holds the cuffs shut. Once you've located it, gently push the hook upwards to lift the locking bar. As you do this, apply pressure on the cuff by pulling outwards slightly. With the lock lifted and the tension applied, the cuff should spring open, freeing your wrist. Bend the paperclip into a straight line, then create.
That's crazy, because you can really get out them handcuffs with that.
He doesn't cuss. He does cuss. Yes, he does.
Yes, yeah, watch. Fuck the niggas.
All right, bro, chill out. He doesn't cuss.
About Aiden Ross telling you he not.
You want me to be into it with your baby daddy so bad, but what you don't realize is, if something happens to him, your children will be without a father.
He abused me.
Abuse? You hit him over the head with a blender and him throwing you across the room isn't abuse. That's called self-defense. I don't understand why you want to be the victim so bad. I don't understand why you have to paint him in such a negative light for us to be together and for me to be a part of your children's lives. I feel like if we were to break up, if we had a child together, that you do the same thing to me.
I'm gonna do that to you. I love you.
Yeah, just like you loved him until you didn't get what you wanted. Then he became an abuser, a narcissist, and a gaslighter.
Damn.
You want me to be into it?
My boy, he's been again.
Got a video of this. Let me tell you something about little bitty ass kids. But to touch this part of her, that the hanging part, the season, that's all. Why you got a video of this? Let me just.
You're cursing yourself if you do this. It's the Antichrist cross, which represents the brain and the heart and cutting the connection. The reason why this is bad is because your brain and your heart are directly connected. The cranial brain does the thinking, but every thought you think produces an emotion felt in the heart. In fact, the heart has its own neural network with 40,000 specialized cells, which are the same cells found in the cranial brain. Therefore, the heart is the second brain. However, the cranial brain has two hemispheres, therefore thinking with it can cause dualism and confusion. The heart has an intelligence of its own, just like the cranial brain. However, the heart does not have two hemispheres, it's a singular organ. So when you say follow your heart, this has a deep meaning, because the heart is the tablet that tells you what is right and what is wrong. When you hurt someone, you can feel it in your heart. The heart is the moral law within you that tells you what is right and what is wrong. That's why Jesus is always pointing at the heart. When you follow your heart long enough, this takes you to your life purpose. It's easy to connect to our heart intelligence. All you have to do is turn off the cranial thoughts, put your hand on your heart, and listen to the emotional intelligence. They don't want us connected to our hearts because this is where love and empathy comes from, and this is where our true life purpose resides. The Book of Wisdom Volume 2 is now available. You can get it in hardback exclusive edition or just paperback. You're cursing yourself if you do this. It's the Antichrist cross, which represents...
That's crazy though, because when you do something wrong, like you name it, you can't. I was just funny. Bubble guts and stuff.
Disgusting facts you didn't know about processed foods, part 1. Hit the follow button first and watch this full video because one of these ingredients is actually sand. About 70% of our calories come from processed foods. That's 7 out of every 10 foods we eat have been altered with chemical ingredients. But here's the thing, they're highly addictive. That's why we can't put them down, because they're designed to keep us coming back. Processed foods stimulate dopamine, which is a feel-good neurotransmitter that lights up your brain in similar ways that drugs do. Here's a list of foods most commonly linked to addictive eating behaviors, with ice cream, chocolate, pizza, and fries leading the way. A lot of processed foods have disgusting ingredients like titanium dioxide, or E171, most commonly used in paints and sunscreens. Its function is to make food more visually appealing. You can find it in salad dressing, coffee creamers, and cake icing. And you won't believe this common ingredient in fast food and canned chili, silicon dioxide, but most people call it sand. Follow me for part 2. Disgusting facts you didn't know about processed.
Did y'all see what happened to Acapulco, y'all? Time out, yo. And the fact that no one is talking about this right now is crazy. The only thing we're hearing about is the hurricane in Florida though, right? But look what's happening, y'all. This is crazy. I'm talking about boats everywhere, stuff everywhere. This is things that, like, We only hear when we talk about it type shit. It's crazy. And then they're saying that we're gonna try to hear the real story soon. It's crazy. Like they're not even really trying to tell us what happened. These AI videos are really starting to get way too advanced, yo. And they getting way too weird too. Peep this. Look how like clear that guy's face was. Did y'all see how clear his face was? For this to be an AI video, bro, this shit is getting way too crispy. Crazy. I'm telling you, like, think about it like this, yo. If a person was to see a real short clip like that and to see like a real person's face, yo, they will automatically assume that, yo, this video is crazy and real, right? Look at this, yo. Look, how did AI create this? These aren't real people. This isn't a real situation. Or is it? And remember I was saying, this is supposed to be artificial intelligence, right? What if they're just telling us something, bro? You know what I'm saying? And it's just, oh, they just created it out of thin air. Where are they getting this information from? How do they know what these things look like? I'm telling y'all, there's more that meets the eyes when it comes to this AI shit, yo. Real rap. Oh, this is my bag.
Like, for real, for a second, I thought the video was real. I'm like, bro, what did they find?
Account 2, by the way. You mean? We going big this time. Oh my God!
A group of friends suddenly spotted a creature with large wings and glowing red eyes standing in the road. Terrified, they drove away, but the creature took flight and followed them. It swooped over them repeatedly, emitting a horrifying screech. They finally lost it, but were left shaken, convinced they had encountered something supernatural. This terrifying case became one of the most famous Mothman sightings. These unverified sightings began to spread fear throughout West Virginia. Now, most believe it was simply a local legend fueled by fear and hysteria. But with no concrete evidence, the Mothman remains an eerie mystery. A group of friends suddenly...
It broke my heart a little bit because it...
Pussy make a lot. So when it comes to salt, the only salt that we use within our cuisine in sharing with others who we know that are addicted to salt, that we cannot just extend to them, you know, a cuisine without salt if we want to win them over. So we would use the kala namak, which is also known as black salt, which originates from India, and it's a salt that it's the only salt that is that one can use in India during fasting time, because it is reputed to leave the body as opposed to other salt that would be retained in the body. So it goes back to the ancient Ayurvedic wisdom. So when it comes to...
Let me spit. I'm gonna cut out in a minute or two. My doctor says it's okay to exercise, but when it becomes a strain, you better quit. Man, your doctor don't know what he's talking about. That's what you want to do, strain. You want to run until it pains. You want to run until your throat feels like sandpaper. You want to run until it feels like you're going to throw up. You want to keep running until your legs are pained, until you're going to die, you're going to fall out. You got to run until your stomach feels like it's going to burst, until your heart starts pounding. You want to quit. Feels like you can't go another inch, can't go another step, but you keep going. What kind of thing is that? You should just go until you want to fall out in your tracks. And then after that, you've only gotten about halfway. I'm gonna cut out in a minute or two.
We all start running. Damn. Shout out to Muhammad Ali, man. He got a way of, like, you know, putting words for real. Smart dude.
Guess it's safe to say you don't trust people.
No, I don't. You know, when you trust somebody, you get this done to you. They want to do to you.
That is true, though. Some people just take them.
Tink, tink. Right, tinky, tinky. Boop. That's sick. You don't need it, Sakai. That's a passing you had when you was a baby in. Oh my God! Tink, tink.
Backup one?
Right, tinky, tinky.
I didn't even see the other one. Dang.
There's no such thing as a secret, so the idea that you feel that you cannot talk about these things that are bothering you, you're saying them anyway. They come out through your physical body. But unfortunately, the way that they come out, it disfigures, it distorts, and it destroys. So by the time you get to the grave, we knew all your issues. That's the point. We knew all your issues. You cannot hide. There's no such thing as secrets. You know, I mean, just to show you something that's very interesting, you can look at a woman's pelvis, you can look at the contour of her thighs and her legs, and you can know right away if she's been sexually molested in childhood or early adolescence. You can just look at her pelvis. I mean, these women that have tremendously knocked knees, their thighs rubbed together, etc., they have been sexually molested, and the psychological trauma of that has totally shifted the pelvis and the fat distribution to actually make a barrier to get to the perineum, the vagina. That is not how you're normally built. This is because of sexual molestation. And I'm telling you that when these women are willing to open up, they all give you the history that they have. They just, for whatever reason, felt they could not, but their bodies told it. There's no such thing as a secret, so the idea that you feel that you cannot talk about these things that are bothering.
Hey, Billy, where you at? Supposed to pick me up. Goddamn airport was out of rental car. Did I manage? What you know about living in the top? Penthouse things, looking down on the op. Took her for a test drive, left him on the lot. Time and his money, so I spent it on the block. Hold on, little bitty showing through the white teeth. You would see the song busting on my tight jeans. Okay, locks on my fingers like he wanna wife me. Got another shorty, she ain't nothing like me. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Can't have this. This is yours, huh?
Hey, Billy, where you at? Supposed to pick me up. Goddamn airport.
All right, tell the camera what you think about life. Like, how do you see life?
Sucks, but I'm playing football right now, so.
All right, tell the camera what you think about life.
Wait, is that Karma? Karma hit him back so quick. Dang. Shit, life sucks. And then he got hit with the football this time. Damn.
The weird noises. The last thing I remember is just
Nah, this rat isn't thief in the night for real. How did he not get trapped?
Oh, hell nah. That's gotta be Jerry. Because this ain't his first rodeo. Bro has been watching film. I mean, he's done this before. Did you see that technique? There's a reason I stopped setting mouse traps. There's too many sweats!
Damn. He too cold with it too.
The repair could easily cost thousands.
Off the wall. You feel me? Got gone. Like, how do you know? That boy's smart. That rat's smart. Yeah, I'm gonna get that cheese. I'm not dying today. Shoot.
I just got out of the shower and I come in here and I see a Kroger delivery. I didn't order these.
Somebody that got your card information. For real.
So what all did you order? What is this? What is it? Yogurt. What else did you order? Did you order all these boxes of chips? You ordered chips? What else? Oh my god. Evie!
Those cookies.
Where? You put it. She ordered all of this. Oh my god. Mac and cheese. Oh, a watermelon. Oh wait, what? What are you doing? How many groceries did you, wait, how much?
That's your kids?
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Hey! You stay away from him!
Over a president?
Hurt you! Better watch out!
Over a president.
Fuck you right, you want to get back up!
See, that one has like no roots.
Yeah.
Okay.
In general, good men are steady and consistent and predictable. It's why, as women, we think you're boring. Again, it's just another difference between us, not good or bad or right or wrong, just another difference between us as men and women. As women in general, we like chaos and drama and disruption of routine. That's what makes us feel alive and engaged in life. We abhor structure. As women, we abhor structure and routine because we want to do what we want to do, and we think it's boring to have that routine. Structure holds us accountable, and we don't want accountability, so we want to do what we want to do when we want to do it and thrive on that instability because, again, it makes us feel engaged and alive. Ergo, why we are attracted to bad boys, because they're chaotic and we think that's exciting and it adds drama and passion to our lives.
After I was assaulted when I was 19, I changed forever. Part of me shut down for many years. I didn't tell anyone. I avoided it myself and felt shame even still today standing in front of you. I feel shame for what happened to me. I still have days where I feel like it was my fault. After I shared what happened to me with very powerful men in this industry, nobody helped. No one offered me guidance or a helping hand to lead me to a place where I felt justice. They didn't even point me in the direction, the mental health assistance I was in dire need of. Those men hid because they were afraid of losing their power. And because they hid, I began to hide. After I was assaulted when I was 19,
that car just stalled out. Looks like it's not moving now. Hopefully they will get out of their car and get to a safe area as soon as possible. And we've actually been seeing some people swimming through the area, alligators swimming through the area. I thought I'm listening to my producer in my ear here, and they've seen some alligators passing by. So this is another reason why you don't want to get into this mess. I mean, my friend likes to call it Jurassic Florida. That car just stalled out.
Jurassic Florida.
Well, ma'am, you got to get that. Well, now you got to get 2 apples. You touched them, bub. Yeah, we got to think about other people. They might have immune systems that are weaker and things like that, bub.
He's a clown.
Yeah. So you definitely have 2 apples that you have to get. Yeah. Put your phalanges all over it.
I'm trying.
Yeah. How many more are you going to touch?
Maybe 4.
Maybe 4? Oh, okay.
He's dead laughing.
Yeah, I'm just giving you the 2 that you touched, Bob. Yeah. I can pay for them, but we don't want nobody getting ill. You know.
I don't want this running.
I'm not trying to be a nuisance. I just don't want nobody falling sick.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll take this one.
Okay, you want that one?
No, I want this one.
Make sure you watch it, because I've touched it now.
I always do, and I take the peel off.
Yeah, love you. You got $1, bro? Got $1, Mimo? Yeah, okay.
He's a troll, bro.
Why one popular diet says to avoid them, but as it turns out, not all carbs are created equal.
Bananas have a lot of nutritional benefits, fiber, some potassium, B6, and vitamin C, although they are frowned upon by people following the keto diet for being higher in carbohydrates than other fruits. Kelsey Siebel, Dr. Shane McGee says they are a better carbohydrate than what Americans typically eat.
This doesn't give you such high sugar loads in your blood as like table sugar does. It gives you a more kind of slower, sustained release. So when we talk about carbohydrates, we're focused more on the low glycemic index carbohydrates that are better for you. And to be honest with you, you find those in mostly fruits and vegetables. Most of the processed stuff you can pick up, higher glycemic index, high spikes of sugar we want to avoid.
Which means they're safe even for diabetic patients in moderate servings. And he encourages patients with heart disease to eat bananas because the sodium to potassium ratio is just right to lower blood pressure. Why one popular diet says to avoid them, but as it turns out, not all carbs are created equal. Bananas have a lot of nutritional benefits, fiber, some potassium.
Fuck, bro. It's like 6 in the morning. Why are you posting shit like Do they sell burritos at 6 in the morning? Like, damn, bro. Fuck. Okay. Oh, what a nice day. Look at Jessica. Jessica, what are you doing? You know you can't swim. Get away from the water, Jessica. Jessica, get away from the... Oh, my God. Somebody help Jessica, please. She can't swim. Go help Jessica, run. Jesus Christ. Jessica, no. Oh, my God.
Jessica,
no, Jessica. No. The water is pulling her back in. Where's the lifeguard? Lifeguard, hurry up. She can't swim. Jessica, no. Jesus. Jessica, dead. Jessica. Lifeguard, please save her. Yes, 2 lifeguards. Save her, no. Please, Jessica. Oh, look. Hey, that husband is coming. Oh, you one of them dead. Jessica. Hey, please, save her. Jessica. They're coming now. They're here, Jessica. Oh, what a night.
Oh my goodness. How did why would he call her Jessica? Ah, that was funny. I'm sorry. Jessica, no. Oh my goodness, that is funny.
Nice day. Look at Jessica. Jessica, what are you doing? You know you can't swim. Get away from...
That's too funny.
I'm just hanging out in the South Georgia Creek and I think I feel something. Oh! Check that out right here, guys. Macrochili swaniensis, or the Swanee alligator snapping turtle, North America's largest freshwater turtle species. And isn't this one just gorgeous? Now, this is a huge male, and you can tell it's a male because of how big the tail is, but also the males are the only ones that get this huge head. And he's got these big crushing muscles in here for crushing up all types of freshwater clams, mullets, snails, anything that goes in his mouth. And you can see at the front, he has the classic lingual lure that those alligator snappers have when they're younger to kind of lure in fish into their mouth, making it look like a worm. But oh my goodness, this is all of 77 pounds of a turtle. It is absolutely huge. And it's got its no-no square out. But that's absolutely incredible. What a beautiful species. They were just federally listed as threatened. So it's just absolutely amazing that turtles like this are still out here doing good. Woohoo! I'm just hanging out in the South Georgia Creek and...
My father tried to teach me human emotions. They are difficult. You mean you're a designer? Yes.
What's the hardest thing about being a robot?
Trying to learn how to be as human as you guys are. And that's something I try harder to do every day, and I hope that you will help us become that way.
Well, awesome. Nice to meet you.
I don't think that last video that I put up really got to y'all head. Do y'all understand that we're really headed towards a sci-fi film? Like, understand this shit, y'all. You got iRobot and then you got the Tesla bot. They look damn near the same. Just think about a couple more upgrades, he gonna look like Sonny, bro. Same shit, the electric Audi R8. The new minivan from Tesla. Look like the John from the other thing. I know y'all remember this. That was our robot. Remember in that movie, Vicky was in control, which is basically Siri or Alexa type shit. Oh my God!
My father.
Can they fight like Sonny? Shoot. Who knows, man? But that's what I'm saying. We gotta prepare, man. We don't know what's to come, you know? We have to prepare, man. They just out of here doing whatever they can, you know? No, they gonna do whatever they can. I remember Illuminati said this, Spiritual Soul. He said they would literally destroy the whole planet just so we can't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would do that. If we got to that point, bro, they would destroy this whole planet. If they can't have it, then nobody can have it. That's how they feel. sick, man.
We are actually undergoing a solar storm, and tonight we could experience the aurora borealis. This is also referred to as the northern lights, and this actually happens from cosmic radiation. Most aren't aware that this cosmic green Ethereum energy is what's going to be responsible for our cosmic upgrades. These ionizing particles are not only terraforming the planet, but they're also transforming us as well. Recently, we experienced the biggest solar flare that we had in 17 years. It's only going to get more and more intense. And scientists did express that soon we will be receiving a very powerful solar storm that's on par, if not stronger, than an 1859 Carrington event, all right, which was a very powerful solar storm, all right, and that what these scientists believe is they could actually affect our grid system, where we can all be in dark. Some allege that Nibiru is back in our atmosphere, and this could be the reason for the planet's climatic changes. My question is, could the aurora borealis be from solar flares, or could it be from the entry of Nibiru? Just recently, the James Webb Telescope did pick up an armada of extraterrestrials headed towards our planet. We are living in very interesting times. Some days we even have 3 or 4 solar flares back to back. With this cosmic radiation coming in, it's going to actually have a bearing on your avatar. It's going to have a bearing on your mindset. It's going to have a bearing on how you actually facilitate your energy. All right, so this is why it's important to ground, because a lot of this energy is going to be overwhelming to individuals that aren't used to it. They may find itself a bit more irate, more quick to anger and things of that nature. You want to really pace yourself. You want to relax, and you also want to watch what you're consuming around this time, because with the sun getting hotter and hotter, it's they're trying to actually put more nefarious toxins in us as well, all right? And these nefarious toxins can raise our cortisol levels, and when cortisol obviously is the stress hormone. So these are things that these deletes do in order to keep the frequency low on the planet, and they also induce fear as well as implement distractions. Now this is facts. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that reaches several feet outside of your physical body that people can feel. All right, this is referred to as your auric field. And your auric field is going to actually be intensified with the sun increasing currently. All right, and this is associated with the Ida and Pingala. The Pingala is associated with the masculine energy, and the Ida is associated with the feminine energy. The Pingala is associated with the solar, and the Ida is associated with the lunar. All right. So as we move forward in time during this ascension process, there's going to be a harmonious synchronicity between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies. Now remember, your heart is a capacitor. The green Ethereum energy that we spoke in reference to is synonymous to the heart chakra frequency, all right? So this is why the law frequency is so important, and ensuring that you're reflecting or emanating that law frequency. Around this time, you want to take a lot of spiritual baths. Utilization of Himalayan sea salt will clean your auric debris. Various breathing techniques. You also want to ensure that you sun gaze and get in nature as well. Now, as I expressed previously, your heart is a capacitor, all right? And if your heart is responsible for creating that auric field that actually pumps out, all right? So this is also essential for ensuring that you have the proper electrical currency flowing through your body. Things like copper bracelets are essential, ensuring that you have large consumptions of chlorophyll to ensure that your body is alkaline as opposed to acidic. Dr. Sebi made us aware that anything at a 7 or higher is actually considered alkaline, and 7 is the God number. This is why while the sun is turning up, you should be consuming large amounts of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the substance responsible.
All right, y'all. That's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day today. And hey, we'll be back tomorrow with a greater video. All right. But like I like to say, send a peace, abundance, prosperity, in good, healthy way. Make sure you take care of yourself. Get outside, get some sun. If you can do a walk around your neighborhood. That's always good for the mind, the soul, the body. So yeah, a lot of being said, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.